So here are your instructions for Friday's math and science. So you'll notice for science, it says complete page 1, the one-page worksheet on calculating acceleration. Hopefully by that point, for number 2, you've gotten here to watch the video, and then once again, your math and science homework go together. So hopefully if you got through the worksheets from yesterday, you should be golden because it's pretty much the same thing today. It's just now we're talking about acceleration. So you'll notice we have a different formula here. We have A for acceleration equals final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So just like I put on that PowerPoint, A essentially is going to equal change in velocity, so delta V divided by time. And that's another way to write it that takes up less room. So final, if you think about final means the end, right? Like the finale of a show, or the finale of anything, grand finale, it means the end, right? Initial, it's like the initial thing you do, it's the beginning, so it's the first thing. So driver parks his car, driver starts his parked car, and within 5 seconds reaches a speed of 60 kilometers per hour as he travels east. What is his acceleration? So for these ones, it's going to require a little bit more math and problem solving. So if we're looking for acceleration, we want to take the final velocity. So you'll notice that he starts from a parked position, and his final speed, he reaches a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. So his initial velocity, his final velocity is 60 kilometers per hour. His initial velocity, so this initial velocity, that's where he started. So if he's parked, if you look at your odometer, or your speedometer in your car when you're parked, you'll see that says 0 miles per hour. So if he's parked, even though it's kilometers, still going to be the same thing. It's going to be 0 kilometers per hour. Let's do that, per hour. So there's your final minus your initial, and then your time is pretty easy. It tells you your time. It tells you it takes you 5 seconds. So 5 seconds. You could just write S for seconds if you want. I think I'll just do that so it takes up less room. Nope. All right. And then you'll plug that in. So first thing, you want to do the stuff on top. Do your parentheses. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Do parentheses first. So 60 minus 0. Hopefully you know that 60 minus 0 is going to be 60 kilometers. Oh boy. 60 kilometers per hour. Divided by 5 seconds. So his acceleration then, if you plug in 60 divided by 5, you should get 12 as your answer for that. And he's traveling east, so we want to include that. So 12. You can ignore units for now. We're not going to discuss that because we have hours on the top and seconds on the bottom. It's a little more complicated, but 12 kilometers per hour per second east would be your answer. Usually we try to combine those units on the bottom so that they'd both be seconds. But for now, we'll just go with that. So that's all you need to do. It's just doing that plugging and chugging, right? To show you know how to use those equations, get kind of familiar with those word problems, because you're going to need to know how to do these to be able to do your last assignment for the week, which is going to be a little bit more real life. So there is your math and science assignment for Friday.